Guys, what is up? I'm so excited because today we are going to be spectating none other than the top laner for Cloud9 C9 Fudge, or in this case, F9 Cudge. Whatever, doesn't matter. This is Pope Pay, boys. We're going to be going over some pro gameplay. And hey, we're not just about looking at low elo and, you know, obviously trying to improve ourselves and VOD reviews and things like that. That is important. However, we also want to look at the pro players. What are they doing? How do they play? What decisions do they make? So let's come along with me. All right. Let Papa Pay, let the Pope himself take you under his wing. Let's go spectate Fudge. But before we do that, as you can see here, I'm actually holding up this op.gg page above the league client so that we can see what has Fudge been up to recently. Of course, you know, he hasn't played in a few days, but also, you know, he's busy with LCS. He's busy doing pro things. But if we just take a look at this man is absolutely on fire, and I wanted to bring some content for you top laners, right? He's Challenger, 900 plus LP. This dude has a 61% win rate. He's absolutely killing it, as you can see. Lots of wins, not many losses here. Today we're going to be looking at some Renekton gameplay, specifically this game here where he goes 6, 4, and 11. All right, I think it's going to be a really interesting matchup. I haven't watched this game yet, so let's experience this both together. Let's get it. All right, guys, we got Fudge in the top lane. And look, first things first, when you join a game of League of Legends, if you want to actually determine who is, you know, a better player, who is going to have the sick mechanics, the first thing you have to look at is the skin choice. And look, I gotta say, the skin is a bit lacking for me here. I think there's better Renekton skins. So Fudge, if you ever watch this, buddy, if you want to be, you know, multi-worlds winner, just listen to Pope Pay, start picking that Scorched Earth, I think it's called, Renekton, or Galactic, I think is another one that I really like. Those are great. But you know what? The one that is the best is the one where he's I think it's Outback Renekton, right? Where he's got like, you know, his little Outback outfit on. He's got the cute little hat. You know, that's what wins games. But first off, we're getting some action, maybe. He's, okay, right away, as we can see, it's important to ping the bait ping on top of your enemy. It actually applies a debuff. And of course, we see the pro players starting to do that already. Not surprised whatsoever. But look, on a more serious note, guys, this is a really interesting lane matchup. Like, there's going to be some scrappiness early. As we can see, Olaf already getting aggressive. They're going to trade auto attacks. He's going to pick up that axe. And Fudge starts E here. That's really, really interesting to me. I thought maybe, you know, the W start or the Q start, but the E start. And this is like a really tough matchup, as we can see. Olaf completely in control early, especially if he's going to land a few of those axes. Fudge gonna walk up and get some of the CS though. You know, he smartly backs off as Olaf hits level 2. And as you can see, like, even for Renekton, one of the reasons why this game is really interesting for me, Renekton is a strong early game champion, but even Renekton can't really mess with Olaf early. Those Qs, gotta be careful. He's kind of building up that Fury. Yep. Not a bad trade. Neither laner has, oh, I was going to say neither laner has Ignite, but Olaf does hit that level 3 first. Oh, I don't know about this gank. I seriously don't know about this gank. Olaf is crazy early. Oh, that was very, very close. Really, really close, actually. That gank from Yi, as crazy as that was, it works out. I think it was closer than it looked. But the first thing we're going to point out here as Renekton backs, look at this wave state, guys. Look at this wave state as he backs. Let's you know, take a marvel at this for a second. He actually bases when the wave is still sitting in front of his tower, which is what I want to start to see a lot of you guys do, right? Yes, the wave is going to push out. However, he's still in control. He's going to only lose like 1 or 2 CS. He can stand on top of the wave now with a buy. And Olaf loses some of that early pressure just because the wave is bigger. Olaf is not going to try to fight him in the wave. Olaf also lost both of his summoners in that gank. Great trade from the Renekton here. Using that item advantage. Now we'll see what he does. Master Yi's pathing top. He's pinging for a dive. Oh man, this could get exciting. Let's see if they can pull this off. Yi doesn't have flash. Fudge does. I think Fudge Fudge does want to tank this. Fudge, you know, I think if it were me, I would have been like, "Yo, Yi, you're tanking at first because you can Alpha Strike to drop the aggro." But Fudge, nah, man. Like, this guy's an absolute beast. He knows. And look at this. I mean, look at all this that Olaf is losing. Again, for you top laners, this is an absolute masterclass in wave management. Really great pathing by the Yi, by the way, recognizing that that Olaf and Renekton both based at the same time. Well, Olaf, it was more of a, let's say, a compulsory base. But they both based at the same time. Wave is slow pushing towards Olaf's tower. Let's get back to lane here. And recognizing that the dive would have been possible with a huge wave crashing. Okay. So let's see here. Now we kind of have the opposite thing happening. But Olaf is not strong enough to take an aggressive trade in the same way that Renekton was able to. Meaning the dive won't necessarily be set up in the same way. Actually, kind of the opposite thing is happening here. Because there's this level 6 advantage, because we now have, as you can see, the item advantage. Oh my goodness, Olaf. The Cull boots by. That's tough. That is tough. Renekton, notice how he's not touching this wave basically at all. He's last hitting some of these minions. He's thinning out some of it because he doesn't want it to crash too hard. But he's completely denying Olaf here. This is just beautiful to watch. And I mean, it makes sense why Fudge is consistently one of the best top laners in the LCS. Man, it would have been cool if we got to see LS actually like coach a full split with this guy, and that roster that they had would have been really fun to watch. I think at that time, Fudge was playing mid, right? Or at least LS wanted him to play mid. Okay, he's gonna miss the slice, so he cannot use the dice. Looks like Talia's coming up top to try to break the freeze. Very interesting. Talia gonna try to bail Olaf out, but honestly, can they do much? Olaf needs 6. Like, Olaf needs to hit 6 before they do anything here. Okay, there's the 6. Does Talia stay? Ooh, okay. Look, I am not Challenger. I'm not Challenger. I have been Diamond for a very long time, so take what I say sometimes with a, you know, grain of salt, right? I think that Talia could have waited there because the wave was now pushing towards Olaf. I think if she was a bit more patient with Olaf hitting 6, they could have got a kill there. But on that crash, he's going to get another turret plate. Olaf is going to try here, but I think the item advantage is just too big. Wait. Oh my goodness. Fudge. Wow. Or should I say F9 Cudge, baby. Absolutely putting this Olaf into the dirt. And I promise, it looks set up. I swear to you, I did not watch this game before I picked it. You know, I mainly just tried to pick a game where he had a decent amount of KP and a decent game length. That was the main thing. But I love what we're seeing here. So he actually cancels his back because he wants to shove in the cannon wave. I think this is his first mistake, isn't it? He does manage to get all of it, but I guess he wants to give his jungler priority. That would be the only guess that I have, you know, trying to give this Master Yi priority to do that Herald in a safe manner. If that's the case, that does make sense to me. That follows logic. The only thing I'm concerned about for Fudge is that he's going to lose a wave here because he did, you know, he greeted for that extra wave. Let's see. So he loses 1, 2. Okay, he loses 3 minions. I think giving up the 3 minions is actually worth it to ensure that you get Herald. So I retract my statement. Well played, Fudge. Olaf looks like he's looking mid. Let's actually see what happens down here. Big Q flash. So the red team actually getting a few kills here. If we follow Olaf, he's going to keep going in his ulti. He won't die, though. I mean, is it worth, though? Like, look at all this that Fudge is getting. All these tower plates, all of this gold. Olaf does pick up a kill, but again, like, at what cost? This Renekton, let's just say we're gonna need Steve Irwin back in this house to deal with Renekton right now. Okay. See, and here's the problem, right? When you have such a massive gap in a single lane, now Renekton is going to be able to start to roam. He's going to be able to start to really harass Taliyah. And, like, there's no worse feeling than playing jungle and a laner loses so badly that you just lose half of your jungle. So I fully expect to see Renekton starting to look and fish for kills, for camps. Oh, he actually TP's bot here. Let's go back and actually watch that again. So look at this, you guys. Like, he could go back and pick up this wave, but he knows that, look, the tower plates are still up. He can actually TP here to the minion. Great map awareness. Obviously, is a pro player, challenger player. He's gonna see this from a mile away. And I mean, it's looking. I swear I had no idea the game went like this. This is looking pretty rough for the red team, and it really goes to show, like, how I think ultimately through wave management and proper timing in when to take trades, not just necessarily how to take trades, but when to take trades, we truly get to see, like, what one of the best players in the entire world can do, right? So we're gonna pick up the dragon here. Let's check his items. Our Renekton already has Gore Drinker, already has Tabbies. I mean, like, what can you even do here? He's gonna shove this wave, and he's probably gonna go mid, or he's gonna look into Taliyah's jungle. It's already bad, but it's gonna get worse here for the red team, I think. But I mean, we'll see. Maybe one misplay, and they get a big shutdown. He does have 400 gold sitting on his head, as well as a standard 300. But yeah, as I said, just going to mess with Taliyah. Taliyah, this jungle is no longer yours. Let me zoom out a bit here, and we can get a bigger picture of what's going on. Oh, oh, is this the misplay? This is the misplay that the red team needed. Oh my goodness gracious, Fudge. He tried to, you know, he just thought that the top gap applied to the whole team, but apparently it doesn't. Look, yeah, that was wow. Let's go back and just see that again. He obviously got a little overconfident here, thinking, oh man, I can obviously stop this rel. Beautiful WE combo from the Taliyah, and yeah, that Taliyah, she said, hey, I'll trade you my Raptor camp, but I get that 700 gold shutdown. So yeah, that's quite something. So look, like, even pro players, even high challenger players, like, they don't play perfect games, right? Okay, he's back, pressuring this Olaf. He might just kind of try to. No. he wants to fight. You can tell. He obviously wants to fight. He knows how strong he is. Okay. He's probably going to pick up this red buff. I like this zoomed out view more. I think I'll, for the next pro series, we'll continue to do this. Looks like there might be a bit of a scrap happening mid. So he's going to go ahead and take this. Goes back top. Both teams want to fight. They want to fight. Here we go. Let's see what Fudge can do. Oh my goodness. The Samira gets deleted. Fudge starts to ult, but he has to back up here. It just doesn't look great. I mean, Talia's on the other side of the wall. She's pretty safe, actually. Is Fudge just too tanky here? It's so close. Oh, and he flashes in. Oh my goodness gracious, Fudge. Wow. Okay. Wow. Let's see that again. I mean, bro thought Captain Flowers was commentating this, but nah, this is Paesano. And I don't know, I may have cursed him a little bit by praising him so much earlier. He's gonna flash onto the Olaf here, try to get a kill. Or excuse me, flashes onto the Aatrox, but he just goes down. Guys, this is 1,000 gold that the Renekton is now given over. And again, like I know I said this a bit earlier, but just goes to show... Okay, well, Master Yi's going to make up for that. But it just goes to show, you know, like, look at this. Beautifully alpha strikes that Talia W. Really well done from the Yi. And our Renekton is going to spawn. But yeah, it just goes to show again, like, these guys don't play perfectly. But I think what we can learn here is, you know, even mistakes that are made like this, you're ahead and then you kind of int. How do we bounce back? How do we keep our mental? You know, how do we not lose our minds? Of course, we're League of Legends players. Our minds are already half gone. You know, especially AD carry players. But that's, you know, besides the point. But yeah. You know, it's just important to keep our head on our shoulders. Look at what we can do. In this case, shove the wave. Obviously, get that free gold. But more importantly, you get that priority back. Look for an objective. And again, guys, notice like top laner's doing an objective. He's doing that when he had priority to start in top. He has priority mid. This is a great time to do this, but it looks like we're gonna get a fight. Okay, Olaf is starting to pick up some kills here, man. He's gonna get two, or actually he doesn't get either, but his team does. Is Master Yi just gonna clean up here? Can he Alpha Strike again? No, he cannot. This is... Blue team is not necessarily playing this very clean. Fudge does get the objective, though. I don't think he has the damage for this. Doesn't look like he does. Building towards that Black Cleaver, which makes sense into champions like Olaf and Aatrox, but overall it's an excellent item on Renekton. Gives him everything he needs. So he's going to drop Herald's mid. Look, I think a mistake that a lot of players would make that I want to point out is that they would go top here and they would say, I'm just going to screw my team. I'm just going to split push and win, right? You're going to take Herald top. You're going to shove that in. You're way stronger than Olaf. Oh, as another fight breaks out. Huge Ezreal ult sitting on top of that Renekton. I mean, that was a massive fight. They're all going to die here. Wait, Samira. Oh my goodness gracious. What is happening? This is haram, boys. This game is haram. And then he just one-shots Aatrox anyway. Yeah. Uh-huh. So anyway, I pranked you guys. This is silver. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay, back to what I was saying. Fudge drops that Herald mid. I think a lot of players would have wanted to just take this top and think, okay, I'm just going to split push. I'm stronger than Olaf. I can just fight him, dive him, whatever. Drop that Herald top, maybe get top and hit. I think the smarter play is to break open mid here because it just opens the map up so much more, particularly as you get into higher elos, right? I think in lower elos, we're gonna see, you know, that split push ability be so strong because teams oftentimes don't know how to deal with it. But in you know, the higher you go, I do think that mid tower, its importance becomes greater and greater. At the highest level here in Challenger, I think it's super important. Another thing I want to point out that he's doing, guys, he's using his mobility spell to get places, okay? I don't see enough players doing this. It doesn't matter who you're playing, Kiana, Shaco, Graves, Renekton in this case. Use your mobility spell to get out of base, to traverse the map, okay? You'll have that cooldown up, I promise. It feels weird, maybe you're scared that you'll need the cooldown and it won't be there, but I promise, as long as you're not being, you know, silly with it, you should always have that cooldown up. Okay, so is there a fight going on? Not really, but he is coming up towards this Baron. Another thing to point out, guys, this may seem obvious, but to those of you top laners playing in lower elo, remember, when you have teleport and it's up, you can go to the opposite side of the map as important objectives, and then you can TP there if you need. So he goes bot, pushes that wave. He knows he has TP in case a Baron fight breaks out. Okay. Both teams are kind of dancing a little bit. Let's see how this goes. Rel uses Hex Flash. They're looking. These guys want to scrap. I really like this from Renekton. He actually baits out a few abilities here, and now blue team can kind of engage. Really nice hook from Olaf. I think they're going to trade support for top. No! Olaf gets out, and oh my goodness. Renekton goes down again. You know, I actually don't think it was played poorly. I think he positioned the way he should have. Let's follow this. Do they get it? You know, I actually think they positioned the way that they should have. And really, at the end of the day, he baited out some abilities. He got out. He went back in. He tanked damage. Sometimes that's all you have to do. They ended up winning the fight because I think in this case, ultimately, Fudge probably recognizes, even though he's super strong, now that it's 20-ish, 21, 22 minutes into the game, particularly in high elo, his champion is not scaling in the same way that others are. You know, Samir and Yi, for example. Ezreal, he can just play that tank role and let Ezreal just pump out that damage, right? Okay, he is back on the map. Goes top, grabs the wave. Let's check here. He has his Black Cleaver and he's bought a Phage. I think he's probably going for that Styrax gauge, but we'll see. He's going to get collapsed on here. Slices and dices through. He's going to ulti. Going to try to kill... oh, what a beautiful dodge. And he gets the kill. Wow, that was absolutely beautiful, guys. I don't know if you noticed what he did here. This is really, really minute, you know, movement. As you can see, he dodges the Talia W. Just slow down again in case you didn't see that. Amazingly played. Slices and dices through. Understands that he has the damage to actually kill Rel here. And watch this movement. Right here, he's going to step back. Beautiful. Wow. Despite this, the CC, he's going to get that Q. Get that dice out. Wow. Wow. Absolutely beautiful play. That's the type of thing we expect out of one of the best players in the LCS, right? Very well done. Great TP back in. They're pinging Baron. This should be completely free. Talia's dead for 10 seconds. Rel is really no way of stealing this. They don't have any tools on the enemy team to steal this. Should be totally free. Lots of pings going down on Dragon here, as we can see. It's going to spawn in less than a minute. Everyone bases. I assume they'll all head towards the Dragon here. Baron buff is really, really nice, obviously, guys. You know, one thing that I think a lot of people forget about with the Baron buff, just want to show you here. Yes, you get the empowered recall, really nice. Yes, you buff your minions, but remember, you also get increased AD and AP. So you're stronger when you have Baron. So it's not just about pushing when you have Baron, but you can fight. Is he caught out here? He's caught. He's totally caught in the middle of 5. He's gonna flash an ult, try to get out. He does get out. Oh my goodness. This Renekton, so tanky, buys so much time, baited so many abilities. There's just no way for red team to win this. It's funny because, like, look, I don't recommend you guys, you know, running into the middle of 5 people in you know, in your rank games, because, you know, you'll probably int and die. Let's be honest here. You're not getting out. You're not pulling a Fudge play. You're gonna int and die. And that's, wow. That is a surrender. He absolutely tilted them off the face of the earth. Very well played from Fudge. Guys, that was so much fun to watch. We got to see everything from great wave management to great trading to a few bloopers, but as well, like, some incredible mechanics, some incredible understanding of the game. I'm going to be doing a pro series every single Saturday, probably Saturdays. Next will be mid lane, then I'll do jungle, then I'll do AD carry, then I'll do support. So let me know in the comments who you want to see next. Please, guys, leave a like, leave a sub. Your support's been amazing, and I'm looking forward to so much more content. Pope out.